Hopefully this phone works correctly. Hello everyone, it's me, Roxy D, and today I'm going to do a cooking video. I'm making Hawaiian meatballs for my family and myself. And it's ground beef, or you can use turkey if you wish, or you can use a mixture of beef and pork, or whatever you want to use, you use it. And since beef is high now, this is what I purchased. The 10 for 10, and just mix it up in a bowl and you're good to go. So the ingredients for that will be ground beef. I don't have garlic. I may have some in my freezer. Let me look. I don't have garlic. And they didn't have garlic at the store yesterday, or when I went. That's okay. But I have onion. Now I'm gonna chop that up. Then you put in, I add just a teaspoon of Nor, a little salt, not a lot. And this is pink Himalayan salt. Then I have black pepper. And I have Worcestershire sauce. Then you add an egg to bind it. You add some milk for, what do you call it? Do the smoothness. Anyway, you add the milk. And then to also bind it, you use some breadcrumbs. I usually have Italian breadcrumbs. I don't have Italian breadcrumbs right now. So I am using oatmeal, and I'm going to crush it up really fine in my magic blender. So, let me get things started. First things first, let me get my blender. Where are you? So you just put like, I usually use 2 handfuls for the 2 pounds of meat I usually use. But I'm just going to use like maybe 2, because I want it nice and whatever you call it, bind it. Yeah, that's the word. Anywho, I feel like maybe you're a little too close. Maybe not. Okay, so this is the amount of oatmeal I have for the breadcrumbs. I'm thinking maybe I should do more. Never hurts. Just a little more. Now, that right there is about half a cup. So I'm going to do half a cup of the oatmeal. Let me get my blender, pardon me. Where is it? So I'm gonna put this on here. Pardon the noise. That consistency right there is what we want. So set that to the side. Now we're going to deal with the meat. So onions right now. Let's just chop those up. Because, yeah. I'm gonna chop up these onions and just half of one. I'm not gonna use both. See? I love onions. When you cook it, when you cook onions and garlic together, it is such a wonderful smell. I love it. Let me see if you can, maybe I could do it like that for right now. Hopefully that it will not fall over. I'm not too certain. Where is it? There we go. Now, we are going to chop these onions. Let me see, that's my son texting me. He's off work now, that's all. I love how my kids stay in touch with me. Sometimes they get mad. Mom, we're not babies. Yeah, you're my babies. So, that's the way I see it. So I'm just going to dice up these onions, put this in the garbage. Oh. Let me put this in here, or can I just go on this one? Now, okay, so going to cut these onions up. There. Actually, that may be enough. That's quite a bit. So I think I'll keep this part. Now, this is the bowl. I'm going to pour this in the bowl. Some of these pieces are big. Let me cut them down. Yeah. As a matter of fact, I'm going to put this in the bowl and transfer these onions in there and do them down a little more. They're quite big. I could have chopped these smaller, but I love onions again, so I keep them big. But my family doesn't really like onions like that. So I put them down a little more. I know it's gonna be juicy. Ooh, they're strong. I'm hoping that this video, the sound is okay. Because I don't know, something about this phone, it goes in and out, and the sound does, and it irritates my soul. But, yeah. Maybe it's just time for me to get a new one. Who knows? What the hell? It'd be nice to just plug it back. Anyway. All right. There. Smells so good. And this would be so good in some tomato sauce, some basil, and some pasta. I love it. I do. Alrighty. So that's the breadcrumbs and the onion. Now I'm going to put the meat inside. I have to put on my gloves. Oh, now, put the meat inside of here. And then we're going to put all the ingredients, all the condiment, seasonings in there. So basically this is 2 pounds of meat. And this is how I do it. And I do 2 pounds because I want leftovers for the next day, because who wants to cook every day? I love to cook, but not every day. And, you know, sometimes I do, but not every day. Let me keep it real. If I could have leftovers for the next day, I'm happy. I am happy. I usually make them kind of big, but I think I'm going to make them a little smaller so more can go around, because, yeah, they go rather quick. I learned this recipe from my mom. And we used to love it when she made it. My family loves it when I make it. When my kids have their family's gonna love it. So, yeah. Now, mix that all together before I put the seasonings, because but I don't want to over mix, because it'll for some reason it makes your meat like dense, tough, and I don't like that. So this is what it looks like for right now. You see the onions, you see the breadcrumbs. Pretty good, huh? Yes. All right, so now I have to take this off. I have more gloves, so I'll just use these here if need be. Going to add pepper. Now, I just eyeball. I don't measure anything. I learned that from my dad. Just eyeball. You know what you like. So, but with the salt, I do measure. Only because I'm going to do right there. And I only do that amount of salt because I'm also using Knorr's, and it's pretty salty itself. So, and I'm only going to use like half a tablespoon. I have ginger. I don't know if I said. I'm basically going to put, oops, messy, all of that in there like that. I still have some left. That's about a teaspoon. Then you take some Worcester. Again, I do not measure. I just put everything in there. You take your milk. 1, 2. And lastly, you take your egg. Crack it in. Now, let me put on gloves again. Give it a mixture. Okay. Then, what else I'm going to do? I don't know. Let's just mix it. And again, you don't want to mix it too much because you do not want them dense. They'll become dry. You just want to make sure everything is incorporated. Like this. Now, it's still spongy. So, let's get a baking sheet. I think I want to use a half tablespoon to make the meatballs. Now I will raise you up so you can see me now. Is that better? There we are. Now, so I'm going to take a smaller spoon. This is half a tablespoon. And just get a scoop of meat out, like so. Get it in my hand and roll. See? A nice little meatball. This might make 60 to 71 maybe. I'm not sure. It depends on how big I make them. I don't know. But I get a good scoop. But then I tear away like a lot of it and just make a ball. Because I am trying to like save, you know what I mean? And I will show you what they look like after I'm done. Some of them may not be the same size. Some will be smaller, some will be bigger. I'm trying to keep them the same size, but it does not work. But anyway, while I'm rolling these, have you heard, you any For Lifer fans? Finally, a residency in Vegas. I have been waiting so long for this. And finally, it's going to happen. And finally, I'm going to go. This is just so when I have been an NE for life. You know what I mean? An NE-er for life. Since they came out, Bobby was my favorite at that time. Then it tapered off a little bit with Bobby. And then Ralph. Ralph became my favorite. Ralph is still my favorite. Johnny plays a big part in that too. Johnny's my favorite too. But anyway, yes. So I'm very excited to see them. I'm very proud of them. They've been doing very well. And then they keep me on my toes. I'm like, oh no. These men are in their 50s and moving like that. I better get my butt on track. Right? Yeah. But anyway, I'm happy about that. I think a lot of us are. Because we have been, they've been having concerts, you know, but not like this. And they've been having concerts not in Vegas much. I think they had one last year, maybe. But I was going through things last year, and the year before that, and the year before that, and the year before that. So we won't talk about that. But yeah, but now I'm finally able to see them, and your girl is gonna go. Point blank simple. I can appreciate it. Yes. So now on to other things. What are you guys gonna do for Thanksgiving? You going away? Staying home? You're gonna cook? You're gonna have things catered? You're gonna order? What's going on? Me personally, I love to cook for Thanksgiving. I think my thing is I just like to see my family happy. I like to see my family loving my food and being happy. But, you know, now that my parents are gone, I haven't been much into the holiday mood. Sometimes Christmas, I just don't have anything to do with it. But my parents, you know, they wouldn't want me to be like that. So I'm going to be happy. I'm going to be joyful. I'm going to enjoy my life. That's what I'm going to do. Because you only have one life to live. Be happy. Do the things you want to do. You know, that's the way I've been seeing life now. And I'm going to be who I want to be. Do what I want to do. The way I want to do it. Yeah. So, that's that. I have what now? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. 18 of them right now. And then after you roll these, you're going to put them in the freezer for about 30 minutes. So they can just get a little cold. Take them out the freezer like in 30 minutes before you cook them. And then you'll have the best meatballs. Then I will show you the sauce. You have to make a nice sauce. And the sauce, well, I'll do a video for the sauce. But right now I'm going to continue rolling these meatballs up. I will come back with part 2. Excuse me. Excuse me, bless me. I'm going to come back with part 2. And that's making the sauce for the meatballs. And I'm going to start cooking them. And I'm going to make rice, white rice, and some broccoli. And that will be today. I might make some potato salad. I have been craving potato salad for the longest. But I don't think I have relish. So I can't make potato. What is potato salad without relish? Anyway, I'm going to continue rolling these up. I'm going to, again, put them in the freezer, 30 minutes. Nothing over them, just stick them in the freezer. Take them out 30 minutes before I want to cook. And I'm going to come back with part 2 of how to make the sauce and the ingredients for that sauce. Okay, so I will bid you all adieu until then. Be good. All right, let me stop the shenanigans and let me get to this sauce. It's like she's freaking marching up there. I just don't get it. Like, let me go back and forth. Let me just march back and forth. Make it make sense. But I'm not going to get angry. I'm going to be good. Oh boy, oh boy. That's one of my downfalls. I get angry over stuff that I don't need to really get angry about. But I do. Because it's just respect. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. Some people just don't care. I get it. Can't expect for everybody to be, you know, considerate of others. And it is what it is. I'm going to be good, and I won't say a word yet. Yeah. Because, But anyway. I made a video saying, was it a video? Yeah. That I don't want to bring my anger over into the new year. But, you know how that goes. No, I'm not even going to say that. I'm not bringing this anger over into the new year unless it's totally necessary. Because I'm not going to allow people to get the best of me anymore. To make me angry, to bring me out of character. I refuse. I'm not going to do it. I'm not. I wonder what 1 tablespoon. I think I'll do 1.5. Oops. I make a mess. I do. But, yeah. So, this is how you make the sauce. Oops. So, right now in here I have pineapple juice and some cornstarch. And here's the pineapples, which I'm eating because I love pineapple. Yummy-o. So after the cornstarch is all incorporated in here, we're going to take a little ginger. 1, 2. Not a lot because it'll overpower it because you already have some in your meatball. So you don't want to overpower it. Then we're going to add, oh gosh, come on, open. A teaspoon of soy sauce, light soy sauce. You can use darker if you want your sauce darker. It's not matcha. We're going to use, at first I'm going to just do about 3 dollops, 3 tablespoons of unpacked now brown sugar. Mix that in. And then we're just going to put a pinch of salt. Because again, we have the soy sauce in there and we don't want it too salty. So, yummy-o. And then I take my and taste it, and then you know it's not ready because it doesn't even have the sweetness. Like it's supposed to. And then this is about a 1/4 cup of apple cider vinegar. I'm going to pour all that in there. This is white vinegar. I'm going to pour about 1/2 cup in there. That may have been a whole cup. I don't know. Now, just going to let it sit while I get these meatballs going. Oh, okay. Now we just sit that, and we'll chomp on some pineapples while we wait because I'm hungry, and I'm gonna eat pineapple. Okay. Now, turn on that fire. Did I put salt in my rice? I don't think I did. Oh yeah, you know, that's hot. That was dumb. Anyway, so, wait, did I even show you the meatballs? I don't think I did. So I had them out the freezer now for about 30 minutes. So I'm gonna put them in the, put them in the pan as soon as the pan heats up. And then the rice is going. All I have to do is pop the broccoli in a pot and we are good to go. So I'm gonna bring you up to my face. Now, not my hips. Alrighty, let's see. Oh my damn. Woo, the vinegar is strong. But it'll cook out. And then, time to add the regular sugar. So you have brown sugar and you have white sugar. You do. This is a very sweet kind of 3 tablespoons of white sweet meal. My dad was diabetic and he ate it and he never had problems. But if you are diabetic and watching your sugar intake, delete the white sugar and maybe tone it down. Don't use 6 tablespoons of brown sugar like I did. Maybe just use 3 or even 2 or to your liking. But yeah, so let's taste now. I know why it's not sweet like it should be. I usually use heavy syrup with the pineapple juice. I did not. And so that, in contrast with the vinegar, it's sour. But it's doable. So we're gonna let that sit. I'm gonna let the pan warm up. Put the meatballs in there. Let them brown, let them cook through. Take them out. We're gonna put the sauce in the pan. Let the sauce thicken up. After the I'm sorry. We're gonna put the pineapples first. That's how I do it. I put the pineapples in the pan. I cook them. I put a little char on them, a little brown on them. They become so sweet, so tasty. Then I add the sauce, the juice. Let that thicken up. When it starts thickening up, if you need to add a little water to it, you can. But don't add any more vinegar because, boy, that's too much. If you want to put water, you can. Just a little bit. Then we let that thicken up. We add the meatballs. Let it cook through. The rice will be done. The broccoli will be done. And that's dinner. Pretty simple. The only long process is rolling the meatballs, which I don't mind. Sometimes when I do like over 100 of them, it takes me 2 hours or an hour and 45 minutes. Today it only took me, 30 minutes? 27 minutes, something like that. So it wasn't that long of a process. It's pretty good, but it's okay. It's for my family. So on that note, I'm going to bid you all adieu until the whole dinner is done, and I will show you. I'll take a picture of it, okay? Or a video. Okay, have a wonderful, wonderful evening. You know my motto, love yourself, love God, sorry. God first, always. Love God, love yourself, love others, and let's make this world a better place. On that note, I'll bid y'all adieu until next time. Bye, it's Roxy D signing off.